Hi guys, I promised we'd take this one apart and have a look inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws. Looks fairly straightforward, unless there's any tucked away inside the battery box. Looks like there's a speaker there, so I'm guessing it should make sound effects if you have the right controller to go with it. We'll find out when we get it open, won't we? It didn't make any sound effects with my controller that I used. I'll probably fast forward this. Nice soft rubber tyres. Oh, different size screws. I have to try to remember that. I'll leave them in place just in case we don't need to undo them. Remember, we got lots of LEDs or lights on this, so I expect there'll be a few wires going from the bottom to the top. That does look like we've got to undo these. Okay, the big reveal time. Let's have a look. Okay, well, we have got lots of wires going to the various lights, and we do have a speaker at the front there, so it is supposed to make some sort of noise. Well, I was expecting belt drive at the back here because it's so quiet. I guess we'll have to have a look, won't we? Something caught round the back wheel there. So what can we see? We've got motor and gearbox unit. At the front end, motor and steering unit. If we just switch it on, we will take that apart and have a look. And at the front end, I've seen something very similar to this before. So obviously we've got gears in there. That turns this, and you've got a nice big arm sticking out, or cam, that's going to push the steering side to side. But as I say, we don't know what's going to actually make the sound effects. and it's not using the turbo button. Yeah, I don't think I've got any other suitable transmitters to try that out with. Looks like that's just going to lift out, so we can at least have a look, see what the chip is there. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up the writing on that chip. I can't see it looking through the screen. Oh, how about there? Yeah, I'll have to look at the video playback, see if I can actually read what's written on that chip. I'm expecting it to be just an ordinary TX2B, RX2B receiver chip, RX2B, because my transmitter seems to speak to it all right. But I'll have to look on the playback. While I'm doing this, I can feel underneath something feels hot. I think it's that. I've got a thermometer thing here that's supposed to. Well, that's finding something hot, isn't it? Depending on, yeah, if I point it elsewhere, it's definitely finding. There's something hot there. Yeah. I think it's that. That's interesting. I've never come across that before. That's just because I was holding the circuit board while I was looking at the other side. Down at this end, there's a little circuit board sticking up with a black cob on it, circuit on board. I've no doubt that's the sound effects. There's the speaker wires there. Yeah, they go into that. So I expect if you had the right input, you could trigger that and find the sound effects. Those are some fairly beefy power transistors there, MOSFETs or what you call them. H-bridge for the drive motor. I guess those smaller ones there would be the steering motor, H-bridge. Okay, not much we can do there. Let's zoom out again. I'll take the gearbox apart and have a look at it. I'll switch the power off though, because if something's getting hot, we don't want to overheat it. I've no idea if this is a Batmobile, I'm just assuming it is. There's nothing written underneath that told us exactly what it was. So there's our gearbox unit. It is gears. I was saying I thought it might be belt drive because of the way it sounded so quiet. But it's not. It's well greased. Right, so we've got a motor. I won't bother undoing those two screws, they just hold the motor in place, but we can undo the other ones. Just have a look at the gearbox. Right, just looking down there, there's a couple of screws for, looks like getting the rubber tyres off. Okay, let's have a look. Lift it up gently. I reckon the noise I could hear was that gear, the pinion gear, is slipping on the motor. Because that's sliding up and down quite easily. Where's my favourite tool? Yeah. Now, I've had a run recently of every one of these I've looked at. It's been split, which is why it slides up and down on the shaft. I suspect this one's split. Yeah, it is. Let's try zoom again. Okay, get a knife to point. There's a split just there. So that's why the motor was spinning and the car wasn't moving when I was trying it earlier. That's split, so it's loose enough to slide on the shaft. I wonder if I got one of them. The ones I was looking at, oh, gone out of focus. Why is that? It's because I moved out of the centre of the screen. There we go, back in focus now. Okay, I might have some like this. The car I was looking at last night, I didn't have any of the right type. But I'll go and look, because if I've got one of them, it'd be nice to get this one working again.
Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.